Let's take this question now. A fundamental property of language is that it is slippery and messy and more liquid than solid. A gelatinous mass that changes shape to fit. As Wittgenstein would remind us, usage has no sharp boundary. Oftentimes, the only way to determine the meaning of a word is to examine how it is used. This insight is often described as the meaning in use doctrine. There are differences between the meaning in use doctrine and a dictionary first theory of meaning. So there are two concepts that are being discussed in the passage. The first concept is the meaning in use of a word, and the second concept is the dictionary first theory of meaning. The dictionary's careful fixing of words to definitions can suggest that this is how language works. The definition can seem to ensure and fix the meaning of words, just as the gold standard can back a country's currency. What Wittgenstein found in the circulation of ordinary language, however, was a free floating currency of meaning. So there are two things that are being contrasted in the passage. The first is the dictionary definition, which is basically fixed, and then the author quotes Wittgenstein's opinion that 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 the meaning is basically free floating. The value of each word arises out of exchange. The lexicographer abstracts a meaning from that exchange, which is then set within the conventions of the dictionary definition. So basically, the dictionary definitions is the result of what? The meaning abstracted from the free flow exchange. So the author at the start has said a fundamental property of language is that it is slippery and messy and more liquid than solid. So the dictionary is basically trying to make it solid, but the reality is that language is messy, slippery, and more liquid, and there is exchange. As Wittgenstein would remind us, usage has no sharp boundary. Oftentimes, the only way to determine the meaning of a word is to examine how it is used. So there are two things being contrasted in the passage. The first is the dictionary meaning of something, and the second is the exchange, which is the meaning which is derived from the free floating exchange of words. And it is this that helps the lexicographer, the one who writes the dictionary, to fix the meaning. So according to the author, the slippery, the messy, and the exchange form of language, the usage part of it, is more important than the dictionary meaning, which is fixed and solid. So let's look at the options that best captures the essence of the text. A says dictionary definitions are like gold standards. Actual meaning of words is in their is their free exchange value. So it looks like sounds good. But then dictionary definitions are like gold standards, artificial, theoretical, and dogmatic. Now, I know that the author has used the word they are like gold standards, but has he said they're artificial or they are dogmatic? I mean, the meaning is fixed and solid does not mean that it is artificial and dogmatic. I mean, dogmatic is too extreme a word, and dogmatic basically means someone who is unwilling to change his opinion. But the author has said that the dictionary meaning is derived from the exchange meanings. I mean, the meanings obtained from the exchange of words. So it is not necessarily dogmatic and artificial. These two words make me kick out option A, which is not the right choice. B says language is already slippery. Given this, accounting for meaning in use will only exasperate. Now, in the entire passage, the author has been in support of the meaning in use. And then you say that accounting for meaning in use is only going to exasperate, in the sense worsen the problem. How is it going to worsen? When the author is in favor of something, then how can that problem? I mean, how can that thing exasperate the problem? So B goes out, and the entire part, that is why lexicographer fixed meanings, because they are preventing something worse from happening, is all not there in the passage. So even B goes out very easily. Meaning is dynamic, definitions are static. Correct. Now meaning is dynamic in the sense it is slippery, it is fluid, it is liquid. Definitions are solid. The meaning in use theories helps us understand that definitions of words are culled or obtained from their meaning in exchange, and not vice versa. So this is what exactly the last part says, that the dictionary meaning is obtained from what? The meaning in exchange. And that's why C is better than A and B. Now D says the meaning of words in dictionaries is clear, fixed, and less dangerous and ambiguous. No, no, no. The author is less in support of dictionary meaning and more in support of what is exchanged between people. And that's why this is against what is given in the passage. So we have C as the best choice.